Tere, I'm Milani Perera, one of the programmers from the Italian Black Night Film Festival, and you're with PÖFF TV. I have a very special guest today, and he has an extensive career, and I'm going to summarize it very short. And apologies if I'm missing some. So, before introducing his name, he is a Helsinki-based cinematographer. He has over 15 years of experience with film and television drama. He is known for the film
Helene.
Helene,
Yeah.
apologies, for which he won the Silver Frog at Camerimage. He also won Kodak Vision Award at the Gothenburg Film Festival for the film Frozen Land. He is a four-time winner of a Jussi Award for the best cinematography at the Finnish National Awards. He is none other than Rauno Ronkainen. Welcome to PÖFF TV.
Okay. Nice to be here. Thank you.
Right. There's quite a lot I want to talk about, but what I find very interesting about you is that you're not only an accomplished and acclaimed cinematographer, you're also in the academia. You're teaching. The combination is not very common.
Yes. I have noticed that actually, but still, on the other hand, I have managed to see quite many people who are still working on the field and they have at least partly teaching, but I have this kind of
You're fully into the academia.
because I have the tenor. I'm tenorate as well, and
Yes.
actually I was selected when I was tenorate finally, so that on the basis of the artistic merits, not the teaching merits or research merits,
Lovely.
and it was I was encouraged as well to continue my artistic career because the university sees that as an opportunity and also a good thing. So it's not only because we are trying to balance on that let's say academic and artistic based.
Right. That's marvelous.
Yes.
And I'm happy that your university, Aalto University, students have this wonderful chance to be taught by you. So you did give a lovely introduction as to how university is encouraging you to go with the artistic flair while you do your teaching because the students or the academia will benefit more from it. And if we are to speak a little bit more about it, how has the relationship been, and from what do you think the benefit you will bring to your students by being both roles?
Yes. Well, first of all, there is of course this issue always that in a university you always have to kind of prove that we belong to the university, and that has been a challenge like a couple of years back. So we finally managed to get this even true that the artistic merits are as like on the same level as these academic levels or academic merits, and then. How I see that our students are benefiting, it's actually has to be improved to be very important because there are many levels, contacts of course, not only inside our own country but around the world, and I mean like that I know who to turn to. I'm also a member of the technical committee of Imago, so that helps a lot in that sense that I've been kind of updated what's going on, and it's also maybe. I'm more convincing for my students' eyes because I kind of continue my artistic career, so they are listening maybe more carefully.
Yes, I believe it is so because you're not just giving the theories as this is how it is done.
Yeah.
You have shown it, you have proved it because you've been awarded by in international competition. I mean, Imago, Camerimage being the best, biggest award for the cinematographer. You have proved yourself with your craft. The students do believe, and that's quite amazing. Thank you so much. And you keep on excelling. You're doing your PhD also in dramaturgy.
Me?
Yes.
Well, it's just been something which I have been considered, but I have collected material, but I haven't never kind of went any further with that. So that because I have been really busy actually connecting all these. I wouldn't say teaching, but because as a professor I have a lot of administration things. I'm also the head of the master program and what is like we have this kind of program committee where I'm the head of that and as well, so that
It takes a lot of time.
All those takes a lot of time. So how to implement the artistic career in it has been really challenging sometimes, but so far I have managed.
Wonderful. Shall we talk about it? What is dramaturgy, and as a cinematographer, how is it important for you to pursue on this?
Yeah, okay. That was the thing which I introduced in last year, this year in Munich, for example, this
Okay.
visual score,
Yes.
which is the let's say my opinion and the way how I'm using to create the visual dramaturgy, how I read the script, how I break it down, and it's not just like a collecting some concept art or mood boards or like anything like that. It's more or less like how to create the drama, visual drama, which supports and sometimes is
Yes.
contradiction to the story drama. And I think it's I have been talking in here in Tallinn as well in PÖFF already quite a lot about it with my friends and colleagues about that, how important it is to understand why, then you know how.
Yes.
And this is basically the thing what I'm very interested in. Go to the roots of the for example, if I get the script or whatever, is this a process which I'm heading to, kind of challenges it quite a lot as well, and try to find my own very deep motivation, which usually is doing some research about the topic.
Oh, thank you so much. Like, it's very nice that you stated like it's the role of a cinematographer goes beyond creating the mood or the look and feel of it.
Yes.
You have to create a visual universe that actually support the narrative structure, which could be, as you said, aligned or contradicted, but however it develops the narrative structure
Yeah.
and the plot points and the characters and the feelings. It seems to be very interesting, and I'm pretty sure in time to come we'll hear more about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What launched you, Rauno, into becoming a cinematographer? Were you from small days was interested about storytelling through visual mediums, or was it like all of a sudden accident?
No. Well, connection of both of those. I think that in the beginning I was more interested about the drawing, and I was thinking that okay, I will do graphics, and then I noticed that okay, I can draw, but maybe my level is not that exactly good. So that, and I was interested about the photography, of course, and then by coincidence, I'm my that time neighbor. I think I was just after the army, which I did in Finland, so that I met him, and he was a commercial film director, and he needed an assistant. So I started there, and many things happened at the same time. So actually, before the university, I also went to this Finnish broadcasting company
Oh.
school for 2 years. I worked in there at the same time when I applied and got into the university, and I was working as a freelancer. I did everything, I have to say, from the very, very ground level works, slowly approaching, working as a gaffer and camera operator, first assistant cameraman, so on. Finally got some own work to do and slowly developed.
Build yourself from
Yeah.
that.
Actually, I'm afraid that I have been quite much longer than 15 years in that,
Yes,
because I
it seems
started at
like it.
87 already.
Wow, yes, it seems like with the description,
Yeah.
like it's very interesting. I'm gonna ask a question from what you just said just now. Like now you have this young cinematographers. It's lovely. I mean, younger crowd. They think what they want to do, and then there are so many academic options or vocational options. They can straight away from school jump into it and study and go. In your case, the process has been very slow from the grassroots. You have learned little by little of little, tried out, learned, and moved on. Being a grapher, looking at the lighting, how it should be lit in order to bring the story visually attractive and supportive to the story. How important, from your experience, it has been for you to start from the grassroots and develop becoming one of the most acclaimed cinematographers from Finland, from the world also.
Well, for me, it has been, of course, important. I also understand completely, because I know some, for example, Ed Lahman, whom I asked that has he started from the ground level, and he said, "Oh no, not at all. I started like very from the very beginning to be a DOP and or the cinematographer, and well, whatever is possible. But for me, it has been, let's say, it's kind of a backbone of my work in a way, and it helps also from the university level, because I think it's a bit easier to understand and see how the differences, how the students see the cinematography and the filmmaking as well, because I had that all experience. But I think it's a combination of this level of experience of all these things which I have done. Also, because that gave me the opportunity to see other filmmakers which is nowadays impossible. I don't see any longer the director-cinematographer combination because I'm always I mean that when someone else is doing that. But when I was working as an operator or gaffer, I was kind of could manage to see all these possible combinations. And then again, of
different
course,
method of
different
acting.
methods I could pick up. Okay, I think this is not very good. This I will copy and all this kind of a thing. And the industry, and I think the whole attitude has changed hugely from the 90s, for example. It's more effective, more pleasant nowadays, and we are more talkative and more like focused on the collaboration between different departments. And it's not just that people are working together, but they do real collaboration. Because that has been what I noticed in a craft that, for example, the collaboration between the art department and the cinematography, it was quite distant sometimes.
In the past.
In the past.
But now it's not so.
Not so, and that's something which I really wanted to put also in our program, that cinematographers and production designers have to work together so that they also understand the requirements of their work and how could they develop. Because for example, this week we launched a new workshop with a professor in editing.
Okay.
And the purpose of that because we are doing fine, but we were thinking that if we never talk together in a way, we don't know that if we can improve something. And also the understanding of each other's craft is very, of course, the students they learn how to edit at some point, but it's a different thing.
Yes, to understand the world of the editor who is not in the set, who creates his universe by looking at the reels. Understanding that for a cinematographer can be interesting, minimizing issues. So perfect in the craft.
And that's what I have to say about the role of the university, I think, because that's always on top of the table kind of a question, that what do we do in the university, and is this kind of a craft which can be taught only like in practical level? Yes and no, because I think if we want to go further, then we have to be part of the university, because we can kind of open this, there's a question, can we teach art? Well, I'm not sure about that, but we can lead the students closer to the art and kind of find them inside themselves as well. Because in a university, if it's a good teaching, we can help them to understand others' work, analyzing their own work, see the exact points of their work as well, in that how to develop, how to develop it in the future processes. And that's a huge benefit, and it's a huge responsibility for us when we have a criticism or analysis of their work. So just to always point it out that this is to help you to point out that think about it, if you feel that you didn't manage to do something very well because of the resources, because of us, because of you. So think about it that not an obstacle, but something that you have to kind of overcome in the future.
Okay, thank you so much. I mean, it's the creating a context with collaboration. The university creates this context with collaborations where students can explore their the artists within themselves, and then make their craft better. Which brings me to next question. I mean, more than 15 years experience, as we have stated, from 1987.
Yeah.
Yes. So you have seen quite a lot of change.
Yes.
The technology has changed and the craft changed with that. Now, the conversation about AI is there. How will AI influence cinematography? And is this a passing cloud? Because you are in academia, you're a perfect person to answer this.
Yeah, I think there is no perfect person to answer this, because everybody has a little bit different opinions, and
we are interested in your opinion.
Yeah, and we are also, I think that all people are, like me, a little bit unsure, and of course at the same time excited and worried. And in very practical level, it seems to be so that there's a lot of help for the AI as well, doing certain things which are, let's say, sometimes a little bit frustrating to do as well. What I'm most worried about, that if we get used to the AI-created images, for example, and this kind of overall look, that it will teach the new generations to just agree with that kind of, so that they don't even see the differences between qualities.
Mm-hmm.
And that's very
Perfect image, the beautified or the perfect.
yeah,
That
except that they are a bit scary as well because people are not any longer humans in a way in AI images, and
it's
of
the
course it's
flow that makes them human.
yeah, and it's of course these are changing. The AI is developing as well, but I still see that as a big danger because over nowadays we think about the young generation, they are used to completely different visual image compared to myself, for example.
Yes.
Do they even miss that what I'm used, because they have all the video games and we know also the looks of the film has changed quite a lot
Yes.
because of the technique has changed, let's say like that. So AI,
It's a complicated topic.
yes, and it's a bit frustrating as well because every time I hear people are just they kind of try to see the future, which is unpredictable. So it's kind of that they are just we are. I mean, me myself as well, kind of in the darkness, in that sense. So I don't have anything clever to say about it, even like that. But what I'm trying to push, that we need to have it in in our mandatory studies, in both in bachelor and master's level, so that at least we have some introduction and opinion about it, whatever it is.
Yes.
But still, so that we have to
The
start to
discussions should
implement
go
it.
on.
Yes.
It should not be put aside, but the discussion should be active and going on. So with the changes, we can see what's going. I mean, students can decide for themselves, but the discussion should be there. Yes, thank you so much. I mean, I know it's complicated. Yes, please.
Yeah, and then, for example, yesterday I talked about it with my colorist who's living in here, and he said that it's sometimes a bit ridiculous because there are a lot of commercials. It's also a little bit fashion at the moment, so they want to do things with AI. Partly it's also that they are training at the moment, so they might do some compromises if they can use the AI, so that they kind of have a little bit more experience about AI and see that how it will affect. But at the moment, for example, for colorist works, though, sometimes that leads to even more, it creates more work for the colorists
Okay.
compared to that if the cinematographer has been taking carefully care about the continuity, for example. So the AI can create whatever actually, but it's learning, of course.
Of course.
So yeah.
So it is been used especially in commercials, but then again, the conversation of is it good, is it bad, is it here to stay? We don't know, but the world is definitely changing.
Yes, it is, and I'm to be honest, that I'm a little bit more worried about how it will affect in general about all the societies and kind of our
Perception.
culture, and yes, and also like work. So that if there's a lot of people who are kind of losing their jobs, for example, because of that,
Okay.
that will have a big effect, of course, at some point to the arts and
Social
everything.
structure.
Social structure, yeah, and that's more serious actually.
Thank you so much. There are a couple of questions I want to ask, but sadly we have run out of time.
Okay.
So therefore, it was lovely meeting you, Rauno, and this conversation has been so cordial. And thank you taking time off your busy schedule. I know you're with the program Frame Within Frame,
Yes.
and I hope everything will go smoothly, and that you have shot a beautiful movie, which will be, let's say, premiered next year. So let's see. We are looking forward to it. So with that, again, thank you so much, and this is a wrap.
Okay. Thank you very much.